Hey guys, welcome to Pellets and Pits. I'm Neil. Today's about a recipe I've been wanting to do for a while. We're going to smoke a leg of lamb, then we're going to braise it, some red wine, some beef stock. We got some grit cakes on the side. If you guys want to see how we make this, here we go. To get started, let's talk about the star of the show. The first time I've actually ever smoked one. We've done lamb several times on the Flat Top King, everything from a homemade gyro to lamb burgers. Lamb's one of our favorites. We don't have it near enough, but here we go. The idea: to smoke it several hours, then we turn around and braise it. We got some beef consommé, some red wine, some garlic, some rosemary, some onion, some celery, and some carrot. To season up our roast and to get started, we have my shake that, salt, pepper, garlic, and butter, and my Texas rub. It is basically salt, pepper, garlic, and seasoned salt. Good ratio of that. If you guys want that recipe, it's on pelletsandpits.com. Score the fat cap. And the reason why I'm doing this, it's not going to smoke near as long as I want it to. So hopefully this opens it up and allows a little bit more penetration, not only for seasoning, but for flavor. It's moist enough to where we really don't need a binder. So we're just going to season all sides. As you can see, this is a big piece of meat, so it can take a little bit more seasoning than most. Looks like it's seasoned pretty nicely. Turn our smoker up to about 275. And we're just going to place this right in the middle. I'm not looking for a temperature right now. There's no way it's going to smoke long enough to hit that temperature. So we're just going to let it go for several hours, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Alright, we've been pushing about the 2.5 to 3 hour mark. It's about 2 hours and 48 minutes to be exact. So this is a rundown list of ingredients. We're gonna put them in our Dutch oven and then slide that on the pellet grill as well. We have beef consommé. You can make your own beef stock if you want to. I think it's a cheat code when you go to the grocery store, or you're out of your own homemade stock. And I think it tastes 10 times better than just buying stock itself. 2 of these. And make sure you save some for yourself.
Let's try the wine. Oh, I actually like that. That's not bad.
Not at all. Little tomato sauce. It's an 8-ounce can. Gives a little richness.
Actually, it's not a bad wine. Considering it's super cheap.
Little 2 sprigs of rosemary. And then some root vegetables. We're going to do a whole head of garlic. If you're going to strain this sauce, then you can just throw all the roots in there, the skins and everything. But I'm not going to strain it, so we need to take time to prep our vegetables accordingly.
So a rough chop.
Oh yeah, everything in here is rustic. There's nothing fancy about this at all. Just a flat out fantastic mirror of flavors. This is going to cook so much that it's going to break down anyways. Onion goes. After several hours on the smoker, roughly about 3 hours after the time we got prepping our stuff, that is what it should look like. And I gotta tell you, I snuck a piece off to the side like this. And it is so dang good. You're not worried about internal temperature right now, because obviously we're gonna braise it, but it's still super tender. And the flavor profile, that is so dang good. You can eat it just like that. To our liquid it goes. We mixed everything up quite nicely. To this, we're gonna put on the pellet smoker again. You throw it in the oven if you want to. We're gonna put it on there about 275 and let it braise for several hours. I'm gonna keep the lid on there for about an hour to help build the steam back up in it because you got cold liquid. And then after that, we'll probably take it off and let a little bit more of that flavor and some of the reduction happen inside of that lamb, okay? 275 for several hours. All right, our lamb's been on there for about an hour. Just take that off. It's just allowed that wine and stuff to heat up. Now we're gonna keep it out, and that way a lot of that evaporation can start happening. Looking good. As you can see, time's got to us. There's no way we could finish it outside, so I had to throw it in the oven for a while. We put it on the smoker at 2:30, and now it's 8 o'clock at night. So you can imagine. So what I'm gonna do now, I just wanted to show you this because it is so dang fantastic. I didn't want anything to happen or cheat or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and shred this tonight once it cools, but you see what's left? All these vegetables have been broken down, and tomorrow we're going to pick out the rosemary. Let's see. I'll do it right now. There should be one more in there. Bye-bye. And then we're going to puree this tomorrow, make a sauce out of it, maybe thicken it up a little bit of flour, stuff like that. And we're going to fry some grit cakes that we made on the Flat Top King with cheese. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll make a sauce and we'll shred this up and combine, just basically just finish the recipe, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait. You know, we didn't add mushrooms.
It's already fantastic.
Oh, watch how easy it just shreds. Watch this. I mean, this is like pulled pork territory. It needs to cool so we don't ruin it. But
It's so good. The lighting is so bad in here, but it's so good.
oh yeah, I mean, this is just tongs. It is a new day. Here we go. Ooh, that thing's getting hot. All right. So this is the idea. We have our sauce left over from last night, and I'm gonna take that fat and use this as our oil to make a quick roux. Give that a mix. Just let that flour cook out just for a quick second. Throw that liquid back in there. Give that a mix. Let it come up to temp, and that's going to be our gravy for our lamb.
So when the lamb finished cooking last night, you took the actual meat out and wrapped it and refrigerated it separately. And then that's all the sauce from the pot.
Yep, and we have it warming up right now in the oven. Like I said, we're running out of light last night. So what we got it wrapped up in aluminum foil. We just got it in the oven like at 225. Just bring it up to temp. Don't want to overcook it or anything like that. All right, with anything you need to season. I'd probably say just a pinch of pepper and a pinch of salt. And that should actually probably be pretty good. If you need to adjust acidity, you can add like maybe a couple tablespoons of more tomato sauce, or you could do like even pasta sauce, like marinara or something like that. The flavors mirror each other very well, and it would go great in this. So you can see what we're working with now. So this is going to be our mix that goes with the lamb. So we're switching gears now very quickly. To me, that's almost half the star of the show. These are cheese grits. Let me show you how we made them really quick. So I'm gonna do 2 cups of water. To that, I'm gonna add a little chicken bouillon, about enough for the 2 cups. This is 1 cup of cream. So it's actually a half a cup of cream and a half a cup and half and half. Do whatever you want to do. You can add milk. You can add all water if you wanted to. We're just going to bring this up to a boil before we throw our grits in. Our mix is up to temp. I'm going to add some nice pinch of salt. I'm going to add some pepper. Looking for about a cup. And that goes. Alrighty, the grits have come together nicely. So now we're just going to add that cheese. And we'll add about probably 2 tablespoons of butter. Incorporate that, let that all come together, and you should be good to go on that. Now that you've seen that, I'm just going to cut them kind of like in squares. One of my cheat methods is this fish fry mix. You can use panko, you can double dredge them. You do a lot of things with leftover grits, but I like it. It's already seasoned for you. It's got a little lemon in there, which that acid will help cut through all this gravy in the lamb. Just a little oil to the bottom, just enough to coat the bottom of the skillet.
Now these were refrigerated and left over, so that's why they're hard.
Yes, yes.
And even if you think you don't like grits, you'll
See the
probably
moisture
you'll
left
probably
over?
like these.
Oh yeah, that's going to act as your binder for this. See that right there? And then right into the hot oil it goes. And we're going to start frying these grits. What it does is it actually warms up. You want to start this on low. It allows those grits to warm up. This is just straight out of the refrigerator. But it warms up the inside, but it creates an extremely crispy exterior. And when you're talking about texture, since you got the gravy from the lamb and the lamb itself is soft, it's just a great textural component. See that right there? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, here is the lamb. I think it dried out on us a little bit, warming it back up, but that's a part of it. So I struggled with whether or not to keep it. I want to keep the bark pieces intact just because it's so dang good. I mean, you can see it's still moist.
You definitely get the smoke flavor.
Yeah. I mean, that bite right there is money. So I'm going to kind of keep these pieces a little bit larger than normal. Kind of like a, not like finely shredded that you would put on like a pork sandwich, but keep them kind of chunky. Look at that right there. These cakes are probably a hair thick. I could have thinned them out just a little bit. Add some of this back in. Kind of let it rehydrate. Introduce all those flavors back together. I'm saving some of that for my lunch. That's good. That's too good not to. Ooh, they smell good. Those nice lamb chunks right there, all warmed up with that red wine, the rosemary, the carrots. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This is what you call elevated comfort food.
Oh, that's money. That's what you call it. That's good right there. All right, guys and gals, that's what is all about to us. It's currently sleeting ice. And what other better way to go inside with some good comfort food, some warm lamb, and some fried grit cakes? I know one thing. That's what I've been waiting for.
The grit cakes.
Jeez. I think I'm like them. I know for a fact I do.
What?
I like them better like this than I do fresh. It's just that crispiness. Separate that. Just taste that gravy. I know it's on point. Try this lamb separate.
I've already been trying it.
Oh, have you? I'm gonna say it cooled down on us quite a bit. It's cold outside. It's so rich. You don't get the depth of flavor I think sometimes that you do with like beef because of the gaminess of the lamb. It's not overpowering, but it does change the texture. I cannot wait to make this again. Medium rare, maybe with some roasted potatoes.
That is just a warm hug in a bowl.
That's why you have smokers. We always said, sometimes, not all the time, sometimes it's not about the pork butts, the ribs, and the brisket. You elevate your game by adding flavor, and then the rest comes together, and this is how you have fantastic meals. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Peace.
Golly, that is amazing.
Did you think it could use some spice?
No, I think it's perfect.
Oh, good.